Hey, it's Dr. John Terry, President and CEO of the International Martial Arts Council of America, and welcome to the IMAC Impact, 6 business essentials to help you master the business of martial arts. In these episodes, we want to give you some tips, tools, insights, and resources to help you have more influence, more impact, and make more income as you serve your students and your community at an ever higher level. Now, the IMAC Impact is 6 business essentials we believe are important in your school, and that's learning how to have influence, getting the right message, being able to persuade, to attract, to connect, and ultimately to transform your students and transform your community. Now, this week I want to talk about the silent curriculum, and that's you as a school owner understanding that you have to lead by example. Now, we show up to teach every single week as instructors with a planned curriculum, or hopefully a planned curriculum, of what you're going to teach in that class. Whether it's punching, kicking, stances, it's forms, or kata, or weapons, or grappling, whatever it is that you're teaching, that is your out loud curriculum. But there's also a silent curriculum that's also being read and learned by your students, and that's how you, as a school owner, show up for class. Understand this, students are going to absorb more from what they observe that you do than actually what you are teaching them in class. I believe my friend and mentor, Dr. John Maxwell, says it well. People do what people see. But here's a sad truth that I see in far too many schools across the country. Now, understand that we at IMAC USA believe that you are a business owner teaching martial arts, and we believe that you are capable and should be focusing on being more than just a martial artist to your students and your community. Here's the sad truth. Personal discipline, attitude, and living out your school's culture often takes a back seat to the martial arts curriculum that's being taught in your school. So here's what you need to know, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Martial arts isn't something you do, it's about becoming a martial artist. You, as a school owner, have to model what you want your students to become. And that means black belt excellence should be the standard. Now, I wrote the book on black belt excellence in my LA Tribune best-selling book, Black Belt Leadership 101. So what are some of the things that you need to make sure that you are focusing on as you show up for class? Well, number one, you want to make sure that you're on time and you're prepared and you know exactly what it is you're going to teach. Your appearance matters. If you show up and your uniform is wrinkled, then you tell the students that appearance doesn't matter. Professionalism on and off the mat. The language we speak, how we treat the people in the room, whether we're practicing the manners that we expect our students to engage in and show to other students in the classroom, all of that starts with the leader. The goal is progress, not perfection. And we want to make sure that our students understand that perfection is a myth. Every day, we want our students to make progress, and we want to recognize and reward that progress. Now, we also need to understand that there are certain model behaviors that you and I, as school owners, instructors, need to make sure that we're living out. Discipline, honor, respect, courtesy, humility, patience, kindness, perseverance, self-control. All of those incredible attributes of being a martial artist need to be lived out in the way that you live your life in the school and outside the school. You also need to understand this, that the energy and excitement that you bring to the classroom, that's contagious. If you show up excited and energized and ready to teach, your students are going to be motivated to learn. But if you show up tired, you show up angry, you show up depressed, or you show up frustrated, that's going to come out in the classes as well. Understand this, enthusiasm, focus, and positivity matters. Negativity and negative influences are school killers. So what's the action plan this week? The silent curriculum, leading by example. Here's action step number one. I want to encourage you to conduct a silent curriculum audit. Now, how do you do that? I want you to ask a trusted team member to observe your behavior for 1 week and provide honest, candid feedback. Are you living out what it truly means to live your life with black belt excellence in the dojo and outside the dojo? Are you practicing the behaviors that you want your students living out in your studio and outside your studio? Secondly, I want you to observe your students' behavior for 1 week, because what you observe is a mirror of what you're modeling and what you're permitting to take place. in class. Now, the second thing I want to challenge you to do is this. I want you to choose one leadership behavior to focus on and make that your self-improvement goal for the month, not just for you, but for every student in the school. Now, that could be punctuality. It could be preparedness. It could be attitude, professionalism, discipline, honor, respect, courtesy, humility, patience, kindness, perseverance, self-control. All those positive attributes that we want to see our students live out have to start with us. So I want to encourage you to incorporate that and make that a part of your curriculum. My recommendation, do it at the beginning of class and make that the focus for 1 month. Not only are we working on these elements in the martial arts, we're also working on this particular character attribute of what it means to be a martial arts and live our lives with black belt excellence. The goal here is to set the tone every single class. When your students walk in the door, that they're not just going to learn the martial arts, they're going to learn something even more valuable, and that's how to live their life with black belt excellence. Hey, if you like these tips and tools that we're sharing, you can get more of these by visiting us at shihanuniversity.com. This is our martial arts business development website where we provide tips, tools, insights, and resources to help you have more impact, more influence, and to make more income as you're serving your community and your students at the highest level. And if you're not yet a member, I encourage you to check us out, imacusa.com, the independent martial arts association for the martial arts entrepreneur. I'm Dr. John Terry, President and CEO of the International Martial Arts Council of America, Executive Director of the Christian Martial Arts Council, and President of the United States Martial Arts Hall of Fame. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.